It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. This should be a good one to watch.
And it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from Nashville. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the veteran from Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
The thing that has always really stood out and impressed me the most about this guy, Mike, is how steady and reliable he is anytime he's called upon. You know exactly what you're getting anytime he's under center. Maybe not the biggest arm in the world, but I'll tell you what, he gives you just enough to work with, and he is capable of getting the job done.
They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Now the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
Don't let this guy's laid-back personality fool you, Mike. He is a tremendous presence to have in your quarterback room. Not only does he have the ability to manage the game at a high level, but your team has a legitimate chance to beat anyone in the league whenever he's under center. Now, I don't know if I'd classify him as a long-term solution, but he's certainly someone every franchise they would love to have.
Minshew going to open up with a throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We met with them the other day, Mike, and the offensive coordinator, he went out of his way. He was adamant that they felt really good early in this game. There was a lot of things on this opening script they could do to attack this defense. Well, needless to say, I don't think giving up a sack on the first play was what he had in mind, and now they face a 2nd and long. They got to get back on track.
The shotgun, a throw from Minshew. Going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on 3rd down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give them credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole is a punt for the Raiders. Jaquan Jackson is back deep for Tennessee. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Titans offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Rudolph. He'll get this complete. Nick Westbrook-Akine. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
To the left side in the hands of Gore.
Complete to Tyler Boyd. On bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. Here's Rudolph. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Rudolph looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A 53-yard attempt.
Folks' kick is good. And the Titans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And let's give him about 4 on that one. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
The first run for Alexander Madison. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. L'Jarius Sneed in on the stop. Third down, 3 to go. Again, it's Madison. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, I do believe. Gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. First and 10. On the ground, here's Zamir White. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Minshew. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Vegas. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Titans out to the early lead. And we're back in Music City after this. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A run here with Abdullah. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
In motion is Myers. They'll run Abdullah. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
A 53-yard attempt.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Titans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. To throw is Rudolph. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. That pass play good for 22. That's good for a Titan first down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
Open space to the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last two plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
They send Ridley in motion. Throwing, Rudolph. In trouble, and down he goes.
If you're gonna take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Now Rudolph. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo.
Rudolph's pass complete to Chief Okonkwo. He's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Third and long. Back to throw is Rudolph. Inside the 10, it is caught. He is in. Kick Okonkwo. Touchdown Titans.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Titans take a 10-3 lead. Touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Abdullah now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Second and 7. Here's Abdullah. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
He's a great example of when a great play call meets great execution. His blockers created a nice run lane, and all he had to do was get there and hit it. And that is a massive gain on the ground.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw, Minshew. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Here's Minshew. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. That's to the sideline where he finds Boyd. Third and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Westbrook-Akine. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down for Tennessee. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Back to the air one more time. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So, after two straight incompletions, here's third and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. For the Titans, they got a strong performance from their quarterback, Mason Rudolph. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
The drive starts with a run by Madison. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On the ground, Abdullah. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
On first down, here's Minshew. He gets this one to Tucker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Here's first and 10. Straight ahead, here's Madison. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. second down and 8. They'll stick with Madison. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. They're going to go play action now with Minshew. He's got it inside the 5. And he'll be taken down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Throwing is Minshew. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
They look to throw it with Minshew. And he'll take it on in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Tajay Spears. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Rudolph. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Number 20, Tony Pollard, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense and Gardner Minshew going to take over once again. Low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
When done properly, crossing routes are a great way to get your receivers the ball in space with room to run after the catch. And that's exactly what they're able to do here, executed to perfection, and they pick up a ton of yards after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Madison. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go here with Madison. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Minshew. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Back is Minshew. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling. And you just have to wonder what that'll do to the energy levels on both sidelines. I mean, you got a chance to break the tie here late, but he just can't connect.
The Titans offense make their way out to take over once more. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Akine. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
To throw is Rudolph. That is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Rudolph. He'll look middle here, caught by Boyd. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. They send Ridley in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter. That's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Epps. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Raiders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. On the give, this is Madison. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Here is 2nd and 7. Here's Madison. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll drop to throw. Going for it all. That ball intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Here's first down. Back to throw is Rudolph. To the left side in the hands of Boyd. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Brings up second and a yard. At the Raiders' 27 yard line.
A good spot here, second and a yard. Pollard. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Tight end going in motion here. Now Rudolph. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Now on second and long. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Here's Pollard. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Tight end, the motion man to the right. They'll run with Pollard. Now the Raiders going to use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing, Rudolph. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point, and after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Tight end motioning left. On third down, they'll set up to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it's going to be fourth down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return is Dylan Laube. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now, Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. Minshew gonna look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So, it's a win here for the Titans. They took this one down to the wire. A late field goal does the trick. Walk away with the victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Titans winners here in Music City as we say so long from Nashville.